Hello guys, good evening. I hope all of you are okay. Let's do a quick check. If you can hear me, can see me, give me a thumbs up in the chat box. Let's first check the sound. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. The chat. If you're able to hear me, please give me a thumbs up. Chat. Okay, super. And if you're able to see me, right, please give me hi. Please type a hi in the chat if you're able to see me. So thank you, Kaushik. Thank you, Preeti. Thank you, Ashwini. Thank you, Himanshu. Thank you, Arvind, Yuvesh, YouTube. Thank you very much. Perfect. Thank you, Ashish. Thank you. So, if you can, I hope everything's fine. Hey, Varlakshmi, good evening. I didn't see you yesterday in the coaching call. Yeah, missed you in the coaching call yesterday. Thanks for tuning in, Varlakshmi. Thank you very much. Increase the volume. Is it okay now? Is the volume better now? Science and craft. Is the volume? Is it audible? Can you hear me? Still okay. What about others? Varlakshmi, can you hear me? Is my voice audible, or should I increase the volume? 1 minute. Let me check. Let me have a quick check, guys. Just a minute. Okay, super. Thank you. Thank you. Science and craft. I'm sorry. Okay, let me adjust my mic. Sorry about it. Perfect. Okay. All right. So, thank you, Arun. Thank you, Lakshmi. Super. Perfect. Perfect. So, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. I know this is, your precious time, and thank you for taking time to be part of this session. I really appreciate whenever okay, Manoj, I'm really sorry, this is a knowledge session, and we don't provide certificate for this session, Manoj. Sorry about it. Yep, sorry for disappointing you, but this session there's no certificate. Okay, all right. So let me without wasting any time, let me get into the session. So first of all, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. In amongst your busy schedule, amongst your things that you're doing. Thank you very much for taking time to be part of the session. I really appreciate your attitude towards learning. The learning is the only thing that will help you, because when you learn, you grow. So thank you very much for having that attitude, and thank you very much for tuning in today. I appreciate that. A quick intro about myself for those who don't know about me, or those who are first time attendees to the session. My name is Prasad Ganiraj. I am a servant leader. When I say servant leader, I'm a supportive leader. That's my personality. I'm a supportive leader. I like to support people. I like to help people. That's who I am as a leader. I'm a trainer by profession and also a coach. So I do leadership coaching, and I'm an emotional turnaround expert. So if somebody is down, if somebody needs motivation, you need to talk to me. So I'm an expert in that. I help people. That's my ambition, right? And if you want to connect with me, the WhatsApp message which you received, it has link to my LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram account. So you can follow me, subscribe to my channel. You can connect with me. I'll be pleased to connect with you too, right? So in YouTube, if you're connected with me in YouTube, I'll be releasing videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9:30 p.m., not a.m. Okay, before going to bed, you can listen to my motivational speech and then you can go to sleep. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, please tune in to the YouTube channel Prasad Ganiraj, the influencer, where you will get motivation, right? And LinkedIn is my professional network where I would help you with professional stuff, right? Okay, now this is the agenda. This is the plan for today. We're going to have a 30 minutes uninterrupted session. So as soon as I start the session, please do not type any message in the chat. Please stop asking questions in the chat, or please stop putting any questions in the chat, or please stop having side conversation in the chat. Okay, please don't do that. I want to have 30 minutes of uninterrupted session where I want you to focus. Yep, I want you to focus on the topic, right? Okay, Mahesh, in the description of this YouTube video, you can also find links to my LinkedIn, YouTube, as well as Insta, right, Mahesh? Thank you. Okay, so as soon as I start the session, we're still now not in the session. That's why I'm answering side questions. But once I start the session, I will not be seeing the chat. Hence, I won't be able to answer your questions. Your questions will go unattended, right? So my request to you is, as we start, please stop engaging in the chat box. Don't do that, right? So after the 30-minute or 40-minute, I may overshoot time. If I do that, we will have a 10 minutes questionnaire, or a 15 maximum. We'll have a 15-minute question session. You can ask your questions to me and I will reply back to you. And at that point of time, you can use the chat to put your questions, right? And I'll try to answer as many questions as possible in the allocated time. All right. And the last 5 to 10 minutes is our announcement time. Uh, I will be giving you some announcement. Okay. All right. Okay. So, any questions before I begin? If you have any questions, put that in the chat so that I will start with the question. I will answer your question and then I will start. Yep. Neetu, good evening, Neetu. Avneet, will we create our own portfolio at the end of this program? Avneet, okay, this program, I will try to give you maximum insights and you can create a portfolio, right? It should help you to create a portfolio. Let's see. Okay, super. Perfect, Kaushik. Thanks for your permission. I'm starting. Okay. Now, this is what John said. So, John is a marketing consultant. He said he's an author as well. And he said personal branding is the art of becoming knowable, likable, and trustable, right? So if you want to create a brand for yourself, these are the three important things you should try to do. I'm not talking. So one of the thing is, something. Two of the thing I would say. Two of the thing is something you do, and one of the thing is something which happens automatically. So it is your effort. You have to make yourself known to the people in the world. People will not search for you. People will not try to find, is there a Prasad Ganiraj, or is there a Kaushik, or people will not try to find, is there a Mahesh. People are not going to take time to find it out. It is your duty, it is your responsibility to make yourself known to the world. And that is what we call it as marketing. right? You have to market yourself. And if you're someone who is not interested in marketing, I'm telling you, personal branding is not for you. Yeah, personal branding is all about marketing yourself. You have to make yourself to the world. You have to, take efforts. That's an effort. This is something which you do. You have to do something to let people know you exist. Okay. And the second thing you have to do is you have to be likable. The things you do, the things you speak, right? Your personality, right? Everything has to be likable. You have to present yourself. Your persona has to be likable. So, look at any ads, look at any advertisement, look at the personalities, they all represent them in a way that people like them. They project themselves in front of the camera. People always try to project themselves great and good. Reason is they want to project themselves likable. Yeah. And when you do these two things, when you make yourself know and when you make yourself likable, right? These are two things which you do. These are the efforts you take. And when you do that, people will start trusting you. And when people start trusting you, you have a following. And when you have a following, when you have people following you, then that means you are a brand. Yep, you agree to that? Okay. So this is what John says. Personal branding is the art of becoming knowable, likable, and trustable. Now, this is the question I want to ask you. What is your brand? Ask yourself this question. What, yeah, what is your brand? Now, I have put a Superman picture here, right? If you're a Superman, you'll say, I am a Superman, right? But then, what is your brand? Yeah, and three things are very important, my friend. These are three things which I have put it here from my experience. Okay, just a minute. Yep. So these are three things which I put from my experience, right? The first one is your reputation. Your reputation is for what people, or how do people know you? For what do people know you? For what people know you for? That's all about reputation. The second thing is memorable experience, right? For what people remember you for, or why do people remember you, or how do people remember you? Yeah, that is memory or experience, or what memory you created in people. Yeah, why do people remember you? For what experience did they remember you? Do they remember you for the good deeds which you have done, or do they remember you for the bad? Do they remember you for you motivating them, or do they remember you for insulting them, or do they remember you for lifting them up, or do they remember you for pushing them down, or do they remember you for your good deeds, or do they remember you for your bad deeds? Do they remember you for you helping them, or do they remember you for you cheating them, right? Do they remember you for what? What is the memory you have created in people? This is the second thing, very important thing, right? If to know your brand. So this section is all about understanding your brand, right? And the third thing is your calling, right? What is your calling? When I say calling, people sometimes get confused. They're like, what is he talking about? What is my calling? Yeah, nothing. Calling is, what is the value you add, right? If you're on a team, what do people remember you for? For what help? Yeah, are they telling you you are useless? You being here is of no use. Or are they telling that, hey, if Prasad is here, he will help us in cutting the onions when we are cooking. Or if Prasad is here, in a family get together, he will engage with the kids, right? Or if Prasad is here, we don't have to worry about someone who can spend time with the kids or care for the kids. What do they remember you for? Or if someone as a boss, uh, needs to give a travel, on a quick assignment, yeah, and take up the project, complete it successfully, right? And immediately, people do they remember you, saying like, oh, Prasad will take up any of the task at any time. I'm sorry. The Prasad will take up the task at any time, and he would be ready to go travel anytime, even without a second thought. Yeah. So what is the value they remember you for? What's your calling? Yeah. So these are three questions I wanted to ask yourself. What is your reputation for what people know you for? Yeah. And what is the memorable experience? And what is the calling? Now, to help you understand, I will give you a story from my life. Okay, this story is not to let you know that know who I am or how great I am. This story is just to make you understand or give you reflect on your life, and then try to understand. Okay, this is my gift. Yeah. So when I was in college, that's when I was doing my second year engineering, I was given an opportunity to make a presentation. All right. And I made that presentation, and that presentation became a hit. And until that time, I myself didn't know that I had the gift to present. Yeah. So when I made the that presentation made a hit, and every time when a teacher, when a professor walks in and then they say, hey, anybody wants to make a presentation, immediately everybody would turn to me, and they will nominate me. And for me, it was like, okay, I found something which I can do. And I was excited about it. Until that time, I was worried. I was the one question which I would ask me was, everybody has something. What do I have? Now, one fellow is good in sports, another person is good in arts, one person is good in writing, the other person is good in studying. Look at me, I don't have anything, right? But then when I found out that I'm good in presenting, yeah. So whenever my professors asked me or asked the class who would present, uh, I would nominate myself, and most of the time others would nominate me, and I would readily agree to it. Reason was I found something which I'm capable of doing, right? And you know what happened? I ended up presenting at least one unit in every subject from that second year onwards, right? And I got a pseudonym. I got a nickname in my college. They started calling me pseudo staff. My classmates and people in other departments, they started calling me pseudo staff because of my ability to present. Yeah. So I graduated. I became an engineer. I was working for an IT company. Yeah. And in that company, I got an opportunity to make a presentation. I made a presentation during my training period. Yeah. And they named me professor. They started calling me by the name professor, right? And then, after 4.5 years, I switched domain. I got into telecom. And in telecom, yep, and whenever we come across, we do troubleshoot, we prepare RCA, root cause analysis, right? We document the troubleshooting steps. We write an RCA, we write a report. And when we write a report, yeah, my job was, not my job. What I do is I would always, after creating the report, I'll send it across to everyone. I'll immediately call my team members and I will say, come on, let's have a quick learning. Yeah. And I will share the updates to them. I will share the troubleshooting steps to them so that next time similar trouble comes, they can troubleshoot the mistake. Now, there, people started calling me teacher. I switched another company, and there they started calling me master. right? Now, it's already now 8 years. It's 8 years now. In my college, they call me sort of staff. In my first company, they call me professor. My second company, they call me teacher. My third company, they call me master, right? All pointing towards one thing, right? And you know what? That is what made me to take a decision in my life. When I had a question of what I want to do with my life, how significant, what is it, what, I know, what is the significant thing I can do with my life, right? And I realized teaching or training is what I want to do. Why? Because that is the reputation. People know me for that. People always know me for that. When there's a presentation, they will always think of Prasad. When there is somebody to talk to, an angry customer or an irate customer, they'll always say, hey, give the phone to Prasad, he will handle the customer, right? So that's my reputation that I created, knowingly or unknowingly. It's mostly unknowingly, right? And people started knowing me for that, my reputation, to make people understand complex things in a simple manner. Now, the reason I'm telling this story is not to tell about me. It is to make you understand, make you reflect on, is there an instance like that, like this in your life? Yeah. What do people know you for? Go back into history, go back into your life, and think of small moments where people always told, or people start like they call me professor, master, teacher, yeah, pseudo staff. Do they call you by some name, right? Have they given you some name? Then you have to be serious about it. You have to think about it, right? If you're seriously thinking what is my brand, then that is what you have to think about it. Okay. The second thing is memorable experience, right? And third thing is what value you're adding in the organization, right? Let's go to the next one quickly. I'm sorry. Yep. Okay. Now, ask yourself these following questions. Though this video will be in YouTube, you can always refer back to these questions. But if you want to quickly take a note of it, and if you want to answer these questions, or as we go, if you want to answer to these questions, answer the questions, right? So to uncover your strength, your skill, right? Ask this question to yourself. When working on a team, what role do you seek to fulfill? Yeah, if you're in your final year project, okay. If you're in a final year project, so even my project, I'm telling you. So we were three guys in our team when we did the project, and again there I did the presentation because my other colleagues, they said we will not do it. We want you to do it, and I happily took it. Right? It is not again to show that, hey, I'm the boss. I lead the team. No. Yeah, of course, I did not know how to lead at the time. That's a different story. Yeah, otherwise I would have asked my team members, I would have persuaded them to do it. But then I did it, right? I did it happily, not by force or not by pressure, but I did it with pleasure actually. So ask yourself this question, when working on a team, what roles do you prefer? Do you naturally take? Right? And the second question you had to ask is, what strengths and skills came up over and over again? It's a very important question. What strengths and skills came up over and over again? So for me personally in my life, one skill was coming up over and over again. One strength was coming up over and over again. Pseudo staff, professor, master, teacher. It's coming up over and over again. But I was into a profession, I was into technology. I was in technology, I was in IT, I was in telecom, right? I was troubleshooting, but I was called as a pseudo staff, professor, trainer, teacher. What is that one skill and one strength that is coming to you over and over again? Think about it. Yeah. And third question I wanted to ask is, uh, which are your motivating skills? The skills that excite you. Yeah. What excites you? So personally for me, I have always been a best performer in my organizations. Wherever I worked, I was always being a best performer. Even the last company which I worked, right? I was given the CEO Club Award. Yep. Amongst 2,500 nominations, India and Asia Pacific, 50 people were chosen, and I was the only guy in my vertical, learning and development vertical, in the entire group company. I was the only guy chosen for that award, CEO Club Award, right? So I've been a best performer, but now what is the question I'm asking is, what makes you motivating? What is your motivating skill, or what excites you? Now, training excites me. Connecting with people excites me. Customer experience excites me. Talking to customers, solving the problem, right? Training people, empowering them, listening to them, that excites me. That's the character of a coach. That's the nature of a trainer, right? But if you ask me to do some sitting and documenting job, I'm not that guy. That doesn't excite me, right? Or if you ask me to create a content, and if I have to work 16 hours at a stretch, or if you ask me to deliver a training program, 16 hours, 24 hours at a stretch, I don't get tired. Listeners may get tired. I don't get tired. I'm excited to do that because that excites me. But at the same time, if you give me an accounts job, I'm tired. Yeah, I would find an excuse not to do it. So you had asked this question. You have to take a list of things, which excites you, which motivates you, and which does not. That's the next question. What are your burnout? What are your burnout skills? Or when I say burnout, what demotivates you? Yeah. Then the fifth question, what do you want to known for? Or how do you want people to know you for? Yeah. And for me personally, when I started out, I did not want people to know me as a trainer. That's not the intention. It happened, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. Yeah, and I was not consciously aware of, I did not really consciously want to become a trainer. It happened on me, right? And then I decided, when I did this thing, what I'm telling you, when I took a strength analysis, when I reflected on my life, and I'm like, what makes me happy? Yeah, the one thing which came to me was, hey, when I connect with people, when I present, when I communicate, when I train, when I equip people, I get happy, I get satisfied. Yeah. And that's when I decided I'll become a trainer. So I became a trainer by choice and not by chance. Okay. By chance, I got an opportunity to present, but then I took it as a career by choice and not by chance. Right. So this is what I wanted to do. And now I don't want people to remember me as a telecom engineer. Yeah, I don't want people to remember me as Microsoft professional. I want to be remembered as a motivator, a coach who helped them, or who empowered them, who equipped them, who transformed their life. That's what I want to be known for, and that's what I'm doing now in my life. Yeah, and that's how people remember me, right? So, what do you want people to know you for? How do you want to be known, right? So write that down. And the last question is, what do you believe is the most noteworthy trait? What do you think is your best thing? What do you think is the best quality? Right? So answer these questions and you will find your reputation. Right. Okay. Now, this is an activity for you. You can do it right away, or you can also do it later. Yeah. Now, I want you to find how you look online. If you're trying to build a brand, now, building a brand is very easy. You can build it online uh, with zero cost even. Now, starting a YouTube channel has no cost. right? Creating a content and publishing there has no cost. Creating a Facebook post involves no cost. Yeah. Creating Instagram post involves no cost, right? So you can do a zero marketing there. Okay. By the way, I'm not going to talk about that. Now, I want you to search for your name. Yeah. I want you to search for your name, full name within quotes. So I have put it there. Search Prasad. That's my name. Don't do that. Okay. And I'm trying to build my brand as well. Okay. Right. I just started building my brand. So now, if you want to build, if you want to see yourself how you appear online, write your name within quotes and search for that in Google. Do a Google search of yourself. See what are the results that are coming up. If there are no results coming up, then you have to work on building your online presence, right? Now, if you search for my name, you will see my LinkedIn account, you'll see my Twitter, you'll see my videos, you'll see my articles, right? Whatever is concerning about me, whatever I have done, all these things would come in the first page, first 10, right? It will come there, the first page itself, right? So do a Google search of yourself, see what is there about you. And if you don't like what is there about you, or if there is nothing about you, try creating something about you online. And creating something about you or something good about you online is simple. Yeah, you can do it without any cost. Okay. The second thing is, be your own judge. So when you see yourself, when you search for your name online, right? Uh, be your own critic, or think like a critic. Imagine your boss sees that post. Say some post comes up, okay, and you look at the post. Now you should not look at it as Prasad is looking at, or let's say, uh, I'm picking one of your name. I'm sorry about it. Okay, let's say Neetu is looking at her profile, yeah, and Neetu does not like the content which is there. And if Neetu says, "Oh my God," right? Now, Neetu should not look at the post as Neetu. Neetu should look at the post as, let's say, a boyfriend, girlfriend, or boss or mom, dad. Now, if that person's mom, or let's say, let me put myself there. Okay, I see a post of mine there, and I'm like, I want to see that from my wife's perspective. And if I don't like it from a wife's perspective, then there's something wrong in the post, right? So you have to be very careful about your online reputation. Yeah, because whenever you post something online, whether you're politically aligned, whether you're not politically aligned, right? Whatever post you're putting, be very careful, because if you put something there, it is going to be there, right? Once said is said. People don't forget. Yeah, unless they go to coma, people don't forget things. It will be always there in their mind, right? So now search for your name online, and search for all the things which comes online in your name, and see, judge it as others would say judge it. So be your own judge, right? If you like it, well and good. And if you don't like it, looking at it from others' perspective, if you don't like the post, if you don't like the dress, if you don't like your appearance, yeah, then you have to change it. Okay. Then the third one is, set up a Google alert on your name. So put your name in quotes and set up a Google alert, and see how people are searching you for. So what are the categories people searching you for? Now, people search me whenever, sometimes people search me for uh, coach, instructional designer, founder, because I started a company, so people search for founder, people search for a leadership trainer, leadership coach, instructional designer, so soft skill trainer. So they search my name in that category, right? So search in what name people are searching you for, right? Okay, the next one. Answer these questions. Now, if you don't like your reputation online, answer these questions to redefine your reputation. What are people saying about you? So make a list of what people are saying about you. The second question is, what are you saying about yourself? If you like what people saying about you, perfectly fine. Now, if you say, no, 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 I'm not that guy, yeah, you have mistaken, then you have to rewrite your online thing. You have to rework on your online thing, reputation which you have created. And third one is, what are your branding strength and what needs to be improved? What do you think is your strength now? And what do you think has to be improved? See, there is always a chance for improvement. Nobody's perfect. No brand is perfect. All the brand, any brand I'm talking about, even the big brands, right? They are actually evolving. Every brand is evolving. Okay. Now you have to, look at your strength, branding strength, and if there is something which has to be improved, then work on improving it. Don't sit on that. Okay. So this is a very important question you have to ask yourself when you look at your online reputation, and if your reputation is not as per mark, yeah, if there's a disagreement between what you think about yourself and what others think about you, then work on improving it. Okay. Now, how can you create memory? So when I'm talking about personal brand, I'm not talking about online personal brand alone. I'm also talking about creating a personal brand at work, at your environment, at your locality, everywhere. So this content is not subjected to online alone. I'm talking about in general. Okay. Now, how can you create a memory? Lead with a value. To create a memory, you have to lead with a value. People remember those who care. So what kind of person you are, right? Are you a person who cares for people, or are you a person who only cares about yourself and your welfare, right? Now, if you want to have a personal brand, yeah, see, every business exists for the people. I want you to understand this. Businesses don't exist for themselves. So this is what Mahatma Gandhi said. Mahatma Gandhi said, a customer is a very important person in a premises, right? A customer is a very important person in a premises, in a business premises, right? So you have to take care of the customer. Businesses do exist for the customer, and customers are not for the business. So if you're not taking care of people who come into your life, let's say I'm not taking care of you guys, right? Then you will not take care of me. You'll find 100 Prasad. Hey, you'll find 100 trainer like me, but I will not find one person like you. So every time when you come, my earnest thought is, what kind of value I can add to them? What is the thing which I can give to them? How can I care for them? Right? That is the intent. Right? So the intent is, yes, of course, we are in business. We want to sell. Of course, that's how we make our living. Right? But without caring for you, if you are trying to sell to you, yeah, you may buy from us, but you will be a one-time buyer. But if you have to buy from us repeatedly, then we have to show how much we care for you, right? So now, only when we care for you, you will remember us as a brand, as an individual, right? If you don't care for you, you will not remember us. So now, what is the value you have? Think about it. And is it for the people, If it is not for the people, if it is not for others, then you have to reevaluate. You have to think about changing it, because every business, every person, they exist for others. Your gift, your talent, your potential, it is not for your benefit. Of course, it's for your benefit, but you will get benefited only when you use it for the help of others, or only when you use it for the benefit of others, right? My knowledge is not enough for me. Having knowledge is good, but if I'm not sharing with you, I'm not going to get benefit out of it. Are you understand what I'm saying? And the second thing is consistency. Consistency. How can people remember you? People remember you only if you are consistent. Otherwise, people will forget you. Okay? Right? So, if I'm not consistently showing my face or conducting programs online, what will happen? You'll forget me. Right? So, you have to be consistent in what we are doing. And that's the reason why we are doing this program every week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's the schedule we have made this year. Yes, of course. Last week we did not do it because last week was holiday. We had Pongal, Shankranti, right? So last week we were not able to do it because of holiday season. But then, if there is nothing like that, we're coming live. We are meeting you. I mean, I would meet you on every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and do 3 programs every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So this week I'm doing on personal branding. Next week I have a different topic. The other week I have a different topic. So every week I'm going to pick up, a new topic, and I'm going to make a presentation on that. And if you want me to talk about something, if you want me to train on any specific topic, please do put that in the comment box, and I will pick it up from that. Okay, right? So anything which you are doing, how can people remember you? How can you create memory? Be consistent. Be consistent. And that's the reason why, see, I started my YouTube channel. I started it in 2019. And 2019, I was very busy traveling pan India, delivering training programs, managing 3 regions at a stretch, taking care of training needs of the organization. Yeah. So, you know what? I started the channel, but then I was not consistent. I was inconsistent. And I would make videos every now and then. And you know what? When I started, people joined. But then because I was inconsistent, it did not grow. People forgot. Yeah. Not just people, even Google forgets, YouTube forgets. Okay. So now, if you want people to remember you, you have to be consistent. And the one question you have to ask yourself is, what is the message you want to convey to people? What is your message to market? Right? Now, every product, every brand has a message to market. Yeah. Coke has a message to market. Nike has a message to market. Yeah. Pepsi has a message to market. Yeah. Every product has a message. Hyundai, Tesla, right? Any product you take, they have a message to the market. Yeah. Amazon has a message to the market. Now, if you want to be a brand, what is your message to the market? Okay. And third thing is, be honest, be authentic, be real, be original. Okay. Yeah. Now, how you look online and how you look in person should not have a contradiction. Okay. I remember once, sorry, this is a bad joke. This could be a bad joke. But just to help you understand. Yeah. Now, no, I'm not going to tell this joke. You guys would judge me. Okay, now listen to this. So this is like, let's say you want to, you are looking for a girl or a boy to get married. All right. Oftentimes, what people do is they go to a photo shop, they go to a studio, they take a photo of themselves, right? And they share that photo with the bride or groom. And oftentimes, that picture is an edited picture. There's a lot of touch up in that picture, right? And when the groom or bride, they look at the picture, and looking at the picture, they would like it. They would like the person on the picture. And when they go for, when they see in person, they may be confused, right? They may be wondering, are you the same person? Because in the picture you're different, and in person you're different. Oftentimes it happens to me, happens to the in the interview also. I have conducted interviews, and I sometimes, one time I remember this. One time a guy gave me a resume, and I called the guy by. So I said, okay. I called his name, and let's say Ramesh. I said, Ramesh, go ahead, tell me about yourself. And the guy told me, sorry, sir, I'm not Ramesh. Like, what? Then who are you? He said, my name is so and so. Okay. I'm like, okay, then whose resume is this? And the guy said, that's my resume only, sir. Then, then why is there a different name? And the guy said, so that's my friend's name. I'm like, then whose resume is this? So this is my resume, but you know what? I got it from my friend. I forgot to edit his name. I forgot to change his name. So now the resume is different, and the guy who's sitting in front of me is different. Yeah? Or you understand what I'm saying? Right? So there should not be a difference between your how you are projecting yourself online and how you are in reality. There should not be a difference. Okay? All right. Now, uh, I think we are exactly on time. We are exactly on time. I actually have overshot time. Okay. Now, we've seen some very important things, three things. Yeah, we saw three things. One, your reputation. Two, how do people remember you, the experience you give to people. And three, the value you add to people. This is what the branding is, right? So today's topic is, what is branding? So branding is all about three things, right? If you missed it, I'm putting it here again. Your reputation, the memory you create, and the value you add. These three things are now is what is called branding. Your reputation, what people know you for, the memory or the experience, the memory you create by the experience give to them, why people remember you for. And the fourth one is your calling. What is the value you add the lives of people? Now that is brand. That is your brand. So honestly, I want you to take a moment today, tonight, before you go to sleep, take a moment and try answering these questions. Try answering these questions, and you would get some answer, right? And then, in the following sessions, we'll try to sort that out, right? But if you could answer this question, then you will be able to answer who you are. If you know who you are, then that is your brand. Okay. Let me quickly answer some questions here. Oh, okay. Any questions you can ask me, right? Yes, Kaushik. So that's very important. See, only if you know yourself, that is what your brand is. You are your brand, right? You are the brand. Shah Rukh Khan is the brand, right? You are the brand. If people don't buy you, they're not going to buy your product. Ideas come from you. If you are not there, there's no idea. You are the brand. Okay? Super. Any questions? I'll answer your questions. Thank you, Nitu. So quickly, we have 10 minutes. What are future tech? Viresh, this this question is irrelevant to this session. I'm sorry, But anyways, Virish, leave me. I don't have an answer for this in this session, Virish. I'm sorry about it. No, sorry, man. Yes, Misty, know yourself first. Knowing yourself is very, very important. Yeah, know your purpose. Know the reason for your existence. Right, that is very, very important. Because only if you know yourself, right, all the other things come out of you. Out of you, things come. Ideas come from you. Yeah, it comes from the inside of you. So you have to know yourself first. Okay, no questions. um my email, Science, what email you're looking for? Okay, all right. So blockchain and React.js. Don't worry, Viresh. Let me. The team is by this time the team is actually looking at this. We'll get back to you. Don't worry. Thank you, Neetu. All right. So, guys, okay, Joy is typing something. How can you give yourself a wow factor when you're starting out? Because most opportunities are awarded to established. No, most opportunity. Joy, you have to be very precise with your question. Joy, this is what okay. One thing I can tell you this. Now listen. I'm trying to paraphrase your question. Okay, you're telling that how can you do a good job and stand out of the crowd, okay, or get the best performer award, because most of the time the existing people, especially the seniors, they are getting the awards and rewards. Yeah, and your question is how can I excel them? Is that what you're asking, Joy? Now, if that is your question, yeah, my answer to you is you're not in competition with anyone. Do not try to outperform someone. Only try to outperform yourself. Okay? Only try to be smarter day by day. Right? So, this is what you have to do. You have to, rather than looking at someone and competing with them, look at yourself and see whether you're progressing every day. Right? Look at yourself and see whether you're growing every day. Spend time in developing yourself every day and do what you love. That's a very important thing, Joy. If you want to excel at work, give you 100% and do what you love, but do not compare yourself with others. I'm telling you from my experience, I have always been a best performer at work. I have never competed with anyone. I have never competed with everyone. In fact, I have helped everyone. I have helped my team members succeed. I have helped people with when they had problems, when they had struggles. I've always given them my lending hand. Yeah, that way I have won them. I have become friends with them. So when I needed them, they also helped me because when I struggled, they would support me, and when they struggled, I would support them. And there was no what to say competition between us, right? So this is what I would tell you. Don't compete with others, but compete with yourself, right? And improve yourself every day. Spend time on learning and improving every day, because when you learn every day, you are actually becoming excellent. You're actually what to say learning things to, learning you're actually you'll do things faster than others because you're learning stuff. Okay, simple. Now you can use the mouse to right click, copy, right click, paste, or you can use Control C, Control V. Now, which one is fast? Or which one is faster? Using the shortcut keys is faster. If you're working with Excel, right, learn the shortcut keys, because rather than using the mouse to hover around the menus and working on the menus, if you know the shortcut keys, yeah, working with Excel is faster. Now, rather than using mouse and working, what you have to do is learn Excel shortcuts. That way you will become efficient, right? So and when you do that, and when you teach people that, I'm telling you what, the simple control window D. When I started, I didn't know window D, and when I learned it, when I saw people don't know how to use window D to go to desktop, I taught people window D, and people were excited. They're like, wow, amazing, rather than minimizing, you click on window D, you go to the desktop, right? So learn something, teach something, and that way you will be excellent and people will recognize you. I'm telling you, try this. Okay. Arun Kumar, why we need to keep on advertise? Because people forget one day. So if we keep on update skills, that will help us survive, isn't it? So memorable experience should. Okay. So Ankur, this is so Arul, this is what I was talking about, memorable experience. The example which I just gave you, right? You don't have to go and advertise about yourself, right? But then your work should speak for yourself. That is what I was talking about, right? Uh, Now, a simple advertisement is not just enough. Advertisement backed with right work is what is needed to create impression, memorable experience. Yeah. So the window D, which I told you, the window D shortcut key. Now I learned it. I have two choices. I can use it and not share with anyone. I can use it and share it with someone. Now, who doesn't know about it? When somebody knows about it, simple, window D is a simple shortcut key. No, but there are people who don't know that shortcut key. Now, when you teach this simple thing to someone who don't know, you're actually creating an experience. And when you actually create an experience, people are going to respect you, and people are going to remember you, right? And that is what I was talking about. Yeah. So learn, right? Okay. In my last company, I'm telling you, in my last company, during the pandemic, I was creating the learning videos, and I used to sit at night and create the e-learning videos, the bite-sized videos for the company. And I never advertised about it. But you know what? My work advertised. So when we circulate the videos across the company, and I was giving voiceover to it, I gave voiceover to it, I created the video, I gave the voiceover, and now when the video got circulated, it advertised about me. I did not say this is Prasad speaking. When I created the videos, it was only the presentation and the voiceover. I did not even show my face, but people recognized the voice, people recognized the quality of the work, and they started speaking about it. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm talking about. You have to advertise through your work, and your work will create memory. All right. Okay. So Mahesh, Apple has done both. Apple has done branding, marketing, and the product is also a quality product. That's what I'm emphasizing again and again. Yeah, your reputation is important, right? Now, if your reputation is bad, how much ever marketing you do, right, you'll be out of the market. So you should have a reputation by giving good product, then you market it, yeah, and then uh, you add value with your products, right? So these three things are very important. Remember that: reputation, yeah, experience, value. Very important. Okay, we are on time, so I don't want to extend any more time. Let's stick to time. Your time is valuable, my time is valuable. So guys, uh, Kishore, there's no attendance for this, Kishore. Don't worry about it. Okay. All right. So this is a 3-day session. This is day one of the session. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we are again meeting at 7 to 8. So I'm expecting to see you. And one announcement is, um, you know, if you're already our member, if you're already purchased any of the courses from Pantech Solution, right, then you are entitled to become the member of our Warriors Way community, right? So if you have already purchased a product from us, a course from us, we have sent you a link. You have to click on that link. You have to register that on that link to become a member of, or to log into the community, right? So if you have not registered, register and become the member of the community. It's a closed private group where we try to equip you. We conduct coaching calls every week. We conduct technical Q&A session every Saturday. Yeah. And we conduct hackathons and intense sessions every month and every week. So if you're looking to learn and grow personally and professionally, please be part of the community. I welcome you to be part of the community. And if you have not purchased any of our product, right, the simple thing, if you want to be part of the community, buy any of our courses and you will get access to the community. Okay, right? So see you tomorrow, guys. There's Okay, Craft, time's up. Okay, I'll answer your question tomorrow. So guys, very important thing: stay safe. Stay safe. Use a sanitizer. Okay, use a sanitizer. Use mask. If you're going into crowd, avoid crowd first of all. And if you're going out, use a mask and use sanitizer. Very important, I'm telling you. COVID has not left us yet, so don't take it for granted. Um, you know, protect yourself, please. Protect your family as well. Take care, guys. Stay safe. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.